Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for joining me today. This is day 3 of my 40-day challenge to bring to you spiritual insights every single day. And so every single morning I am in meditation and I am sitting in the presence of Holy Father, Holy Mother God. And it is through this time that I'm in silence that I am open to receive a message which is to be delivered to you. So if you are watching this today, and if you are someone who, really wants to step into the fullness of who they are, to step into your sovereignty, and to be the expression, right, of the beauty and the grace and the divinity that you are, then this message is definitely for you. But if you are also someone who has been limited in just feeling like you're stuck in life, or you have this inkling, this knowing inside that you're meant to be more, then this message is also for you. So what I was receiving this morning when I was in meditation, and even after meditation, more information was coming through. And so we have this one identity that we can hold in our energy body, in our identity body. We have these 4 energetic bodies. We have our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our identity body. And within our identity body, we have these identities, these overlays. They're like filters that they are the beliefs that, or they are the way in which we see the world through. It's this lens. It's what we believe is possible for us and what we believe we can actually do and be in this world. So that's really what identity is. It's when we, it is our worldview. It is the way we look at things. It is the way we see the world. It is what we think is possible, what we think is not possible for us. And so this one identity that was brought into my awareness, that limits us. So if we have this identity that we are in fact denying God, if we are denying the spiritual parts of us, then we are limiting ourselves. We are operating from this place of the lower human self, the ego. And this limits us from tapping into the fullness of our being, the totality of our being. We are a multidimensional being. We are a spiritual and experiential being. Experiential meaning that's why we're here. We're here to experience life. We're here to be a witness to Creator's creation, to God's creation. So when we are denying God, when we are denying that we are in fact more than a human being in this physical vessel, then we are denying these grand parts of ourselves. And another way to look at this is you're really not tapping into your full potential and your full power if you have this identity of believing that you are not connected to God, you're not connected to Creator, you're not connected to your higher self, you're not connected to the spirit that you are, the soul that you are. And so if you really want to tap into your power and you are stuck in life, or you're feeling that you're meant for something more, you want to step into something more, you want to be more, you feel this innate drive so to be more, to become more, to express more, to change in life. This drive is placed within your inward parts. It's this divine spark within you that is connected to spirit, to great spirit, to God, to Creator. And denying that part limits you. So recognizing that if you have been denying that and that you don't believe that you are connected to this infinite intelligence that is beyond just your human self, excuse me, then you are limiting yourself in so many ways. And so if you want to connect and tap into your full power, you need to begin to dissolve this identity, this idea that you are this, that you are just a human being. And this is really, really important to understand. And so if you have trouble, right, identifying with that or talking about God or even hearing the name of God, if any of that triggers you, it's time to start asking why, right? Why am I so triggered by someone talking about God? Why am I so triggered about this idea of spirit? Why am I bothered by that? Why do I get agitated by that? And by beginning to ask that question, right, you will start to receive the answers to why. And so in our society, over many, many, many years, we have been really programmed and exposed to many things in our environment, in our cultures, in our religions that have been man-made, have been distorted, I would say, distortions of the truth. And so just beginning to ask those questions of, you know, is there something more to my life than what I'm experiencing right now? Is it possible to truly change and evolve and grow? Is it possible to experience greater joy, more fulfillment, and meaning in my life? And to really feel the depths of who I am, to know thyself, to know the depths of who I am, the depths of my being, and to really experience the depth of connection, right? In relationships with my children, with my beloved, the one that I want to really grow and evolve and experience a loving relationship with. So this all begins with us dissolving any identity that is limiting us. And this identity, this main identity that limits you from being that full expression and igniting that divine spark within you, is believing that you are separate from this infinite intelligence, that you are separated from God, that you are separated from spirit, that you are separated from the higher realms that exist. And the higher realms, that aspects of your own being exist, your higher self, your I am presence. So I invite you to notice and become aware, and maybe you're triggered by what I'm speaking, what I'm sharing with you today. And that's okay. There was a time when it was very difficult for me to speak about spirituality, to speak about the higher spiritual realms, to speak about God, because many people are triggered by that. And so ask yourself the question, instead of turning the video off, right? Or instead of getting angry or agitated or saying, this isn't for me, start to ask why. Why do I have resistance? Why do I feel agitated by this? Or why is this resonating with me? Why is this something that feels true, something that I need to know and understand more about? So when we are able to, I want you to think about, if you really want to tap into your sovereignty and be that sovereign being and live your life fully, then I want you to understand that when you believe that you are a human being having an experience, that you are connected to your lower human desires. You're connected to these desires that are created in separation. So believing that we're separate from spirit, that we're separate from the creator. And so this really limits us because we turn away, we close off the power that would drive us forward to be that full expression, to be the full potential that we can be here in human form. So we're meant to be spiritual beings living in this vessel, having a human experience. We're meant to fully tap into and begin to embody the truth of who we are. And so when we're connected to our higher self, when we're connected to Creator, when we're in the knowing and we have the identity and we have the worldview and the overlay and the knowing that we are this eternal spiritual being having a human experience, our possibilities open up, our opportunities open up, our innate power and our innate courage and our innate drive open us up to become more and to begin to change and evolve into that and be that full expression. So recognize that another way of looking at it is if you have a laptop at home and your Wi-Fi goes down, right? And your laptop, you can do some things on the laptop. You can still create a document. You can still write some things. You can craft an email, but maybe you're going to have to wait to send it, right? So you can do some things. It's not that you can't do anything when you're operating from your human self. But once the internet goes back on and you're connected, right? You are connected to so much more opportunities. You're connected to people all over the world. You're connected all across the globe, and you all of a sudden have access to all this wisdom, knowledge, power, and you're able to communicate with anyone around the globe. So this is just an example for you to a different perspective to perhaps assist you in really understanding the difference between staying connected or just staying in separation with your lower human self, or recognizing that you're part of the whole, you're part of the one mind, you're part of this incredible infinite intelligence that can propel you forward in life. So if you've been struggling in life, suffering, then this is something that you definitely want to look at. So sending you love and light. So grateful for you being here with me today. And I will be back tomorrow to deliver more spiritual insights with you. And I just invite you to join me on this journey, because it is, every little insight is a nugget. It is a golden nugget for you to take home, for you to sit with in silence. This is what we're being called to do, to sit with in silence and to really reflect on that and contemplate about that and see what you receive when you begin to start asking those questions. So thank you for being here today. Please subscribe to my channel, and I welcome your comments and your breakthroughs. I look forward to hearing about those. So sending you love and light.